Hi, welcome. My name's Shay Coker. I'm managing director at Savills in Miami. Today, I've got a unique guest from south of the border. His name is Carlos Olson. He's the VP of Occupier Services at Savills LATAM, based in Mexico City. Carlos, thanks for joining me.
Hey Shay, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Carlos, I thought you could come in and tell us a little bit about the Mexican market, starting off with the office market. What was it like before uh, this lockdown started, at least here in the U.S.?
Yeah, yeah. Mexico City is it's the largest office market in Latin America. We track Class A and Class A plus office buildings. The inventory of Class A buildings is 450 buildings, 447.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. 77 million square feet. Those are the buildings that are here in Mexico as Class A, considered Class A. And tell you a little bit about the rent. What's the rent in Mexico City like? It's about $26. $26 per foot on an annual basis.
Right. Okay. So it's at least right now it's a little bit lower priced than typical Class A space in Miami, for example.
Oh yeah. What is in Miami the price?
Well, it depends. It depends on the region, but in the Brickell downtown region, you're looking at $50 per square foot or so.
Okay.
So has the exchange rate? We know that the dollar has strengthened versus the peso. Has that been? I know that in Mexico, you guys base a lot of your leasing contracts on the actual US dollar.
That is correct. Yeah, most of these Class A office buildings are denominated. The leases are denominated in US dollars. But your question is right. Most of the deals now they're trying to negotiate a pesos deal or a cap on the exchange rate. So yeah, that is, and many landlords are doing it, which is or was unusual before. Now you're seeing it with Class A office buildings with pesos leases, which was crazy to think about last year. And yeah, we recently closed a deal and they requested pesos and the landlord gave them pesos. That was before this, and we used to be at $19, 19 pesos per dollar. Now we are at 24. So it was a big change.
Right. What about industrial? What was the situation like a month or two ago?
Industrial is going strong, and there are three regions I like to differentiate it. The border of Mexico, it's all manufacturing. Most companies do manufacturing, mainly to serve the U.S. Then you have the around Mexico City, which is logistics, to service this large city, which is 22 million people. And then you have the Bajío region, which the biggest city there is Querétaro, that is more on auto industry, also aerospace. And there are many other industries, of course, in these three regions, but that's how you could classify it in general. So those three markets are different, those three regions, but in an overall a healthy asset class, the industrial, the healthiest and the most desirable asset class to be in right now and even before this pandemic.
Right. I remember that we've worked on a few transactions together, and the land around Mexico City is very difficult to find a good amount for industrial development.
It's a lack of Class A inventory. One really funny fact or interesting fact, not funny, interesting fact around Mexico City is that Class B industrial is more expensive than Class A industrial.
Wow.
What is that? What's going on? Well, it's because the Class B are closer to the city,
Right.
and that's the highest demand right now. And closer to the city, they're paying more rent. And then you're gonna develop. You're a developer. You're gonna do a Class A new industrial complex. You have to find that high quality land further away, and that's the reason it's more expensive, the Class B. So those small landlords are doing pretty well right now.
So yeah, Mexico was a few weeks behind us in regards to closing things off due to the virus concerns. What kind of trends do you think will result from this all?
Well, it depends, like asset class by asset class. One thing that is happening, or that will happen big time, is with retail. As you know, in Latin America and Mexico, retail operators are lifestyle centers. Families go there not only to buy, but also to spend the day, and they make it an activity. Those guys are closed right now. Most malls are closed, and if the malls cannot open, they cannot charge their tenants rent, and that's an asset class that it's gonna get hit big time. Also, another funny part there is another interesting part there is online customers, first-time online shoppers, first-time Amazon shopper, or first-time Mercado Libre, which is the local e-commerce tenant or operator. The first
like eBay,
time,
right?
it used to be, I don't know exactly. I think it's not part of eBay anymore. I think it's their own now. It's a Latin American company, very, very strong tenant, closing deals. They closed a deal in Guadalajara recently, a large industrial site, and Amazon of the world. So every time someone buys something for the first time, they stay as clients. Combine that you don't have access to shopping, combine it with first-time shoppers. This is happening right now in Mexico. Many first-time shoppers, online shoppers, are starting to use for the first time an online platform, and that's gonna continue. So this just helped the e-commerce operators, and they are important industrial tenants, and they are gonna continue to grow tremendously.